Excuse me. Just had some lunch. And before I take my nap, and I left my phone in the car, because I went to Aldi's today, which, as most of you know, is a grocery store. And as most of you know, it's the only place I shop, because I can keep an eye on prices. I have my favorite. They're usually seasonal. And that's where I gave the first word to them about 8 years ago. When the trucks quit running, your store shelves will be empty. And so on one of my other blogs, I've got another blog. Yes, but I am just a sheep among the wolves there. But some of them do listen to this. And if you're wondering why I got a baby fly who's too small to swat right now, but I'm going to train him in a couple days. He'll be fat and slow, and he'll be history. About my channel. I originally did it just because I was curious how everybody else was doing it. So the last couple of weeks I've just been goofing around, putting up stupid stuff. Still have a few people pop in. It's mainly for people in my neighborhood. You'd be surprised. Since we're all locked down, whenever I go to my 3 favorite places, place for my medicine, place where I get food for my birds, and a place where I get food for me. And this is where they get to see how I look every week, so they don't forget who I am. Well, I don't like the way the screen is reflecting off my eyes, but I guess it's that time of day. My eyes are still open because I'm getting ready to take a nap. Oh, there we go. Now I look like I'm... Alright, serious news, folks. As in my last video, how in the world, after 20 years, do we lose control of Afghanistan in a day? Now we've lost the airport. The Taliban are now our friends because we're negotiating with them. They took over the military section of the airport today. After the explosion yesterday, and it's nothing to smile or be happy about because 13 at least of our soldiers passed. 28 Taliban also passed, and the last I heard, there was 200 confirmed Afghan refugees at that gate that also perished, and the numbers are still coming in. I believe tomorrow, which will be the 30th, which I guess maybe there it'll be the 31st, I believe they will lower the U.S. flag there. And there may be many Americans left behind. Now, I remember 1977 Reagan and the Iranian crisis. And I remember April 21st, 1975, evacuation of Saigon. And I also know this from a personal story. When I graduated from high school, because my family were Korean heroes and vets, I thought my patriotic duty was to sign up. Even though I had a scholarship to go to college, I didn't want to be one of those long-haired hippies. So when I went into the recruiting office, remind you, this was in the fall of 1970, probably August. And they told me they'd be glad to have me, that I was a little short and small for my age, but I'd make good being a tunnel rat in Vietnam or helping with the evacuation of Saigon. And at the time, I didn't think anything about it. He said, come back. If we can get your mom to sign, because I was only 17. She said, sure. And I asked my dad, and he said, if you're stupid enough to go, bye. Bye. So I got on the Greyhound bus, and I went to college. Lo and behold, 4 years later, they actually evacuate Saigon. So don't tell me they don't have this stuff planned ahead of time. So having said that, that's all I have to say. Pray for our troops. Pray for our embassy workers who just might get left behind. And all of those Afghan freedom fighters who helped the USA are now considered terrorists. And I also got a report that the Taliban, because we don't trust them, we trust their actions and their intentions. They don't want to behead them, the Christians. They just want to publicly set them on fire. And if this doesn't get me banned off of YouTube with all my, I think 15 regular subscribers, and don't you do this to me again. It cut out on me again.